I'm going to tell you 4 ways that you can increase your small business profit in 2023. Hello everyone, my name is Ethan Rooshock, and today's video is all about increasing your profit as a small business owner in 2023. So I'm going to go through 4 simple ways that you can increase your profit, and they're all things that you can do easily for any business, and by the end of 2023, you should see some real results. Now this is in particular talking about profit. Now it's all well and good to aim to increase revenue for a business, but at the end of the day, profit is what matters. You're there to make money as a business owner. You want to increase your profit so you can, live a wealthier life for yourself. So this is all about profit increases rather than revenue focus. So the first one is understanding who are your most profitable customers. And I'm not just talking about the customers that do the most revenue. I'm talking about which ones are the most profitable. Now this will differ depending on what type of industry you're in. So if you're in retail, for instance, it might be the customers that you buy your high-end products. Or if you're in hospitality, it might be those ones that get those additional add-ons and they're buying drinks from you. Maybe you make more off your drinks than you do off your food, for instance. Or if you're in a service-based industry, it's those people that you're making the most on your hourly rates. Now, to be able to take advantage of this data, you need to be able to be tracking those things. So if you're in a retail-based business, do you have loyalty cards, for instance, where your customers scan it so you know what customers are buying what? The same might happen in hospitality. Are you taking names of people that are ordering? Have you got some kind of system so you can get some of this data? You might not be able to collect it for 100% of customers, but if you can get it for 75%, you can start to see those patterns rather than just going, oh yeah, James comes in all the time. I think he is probably our most profitable. Having some real raw data will be able to help you actually make these decisions. And of course, if you're in a service-based industry, are you tracking hours through timesheets? And therefore, are you going to be able to get average hourly rates for those clients? By doing this and understanding who your most profitable customers are, then you can ask your question of, well, what are you doing for those people? These people are bringing the most profit in for your business. How can you make sure that they're super satisfied? Are you sending them thank you letters, or are you giving them gifts, or what are you doing to keep them a customer in your business? Because if they're a really good customer, the chances are they could refer other really good customers to you. So you want to make sure that relationship is going both ways, that you're already getting the value. You know that by these calculations, but what value are you giving back to them above and beyond? The second one is similar to the first one, but instead of looking at customers, we're now looking at products and services. So what are your most profitable products or services? So again, this will differ depending on what you're in. But for retail, it might be which products do you make the most profit off of? Now, we're going to exclude, there's a product that we make $1,000, but we're only ever going to sell one a year. We don't want that, but we want those ones that we know we can consistently sell, but do have a higher profit margin than some of the cheaper products. If we're in hospitality, are we making more of our drinks or our food? And, what things could we do to upsell? Where are we making our profit margins? And again, of customers, what services are we offering? So for me as an accounting firm, is it my advisory services? Is it my bookkeeping services? Is it my individual tax returns? Now, the reason why this is important to know is this is what you should be basing a lot of your decision making around, of what you want your customer to buy. What do you want your client to buy? If you've got a product and I make the most money off this, how can we get this in front of customers' eyes? Is there something else that we can draw them in with and then direct them to that if we're trying to do a sales pitch? Or if you're in a service-based industry and this is your best seller, how can we get our customers to understand the value of it? Because your best sellers should be providing the most value to your customer. So it should be an easy sell, but sometimes it's about directing people in the right direction, because it is still all about that value exchange of you giving value and them giving you value, but it's just about directing them where you need them. My third tip to increase profits as a small business owner in 2023 is to do an annual review of your expenses. So what better time to do it than January? People are maybe quieter after a post-Christmas period. Go through all of your expenses, line by line. Go through your bank statement for the last 12 months, or if you've got your accounting software, do a sort and go, do we still need this in 2023? Things like subscriptions and software expenses are real key ones that can just add up over time, and you go, wait, am I even still getting my value out of that? Am I still using it? Or maybe can I downgrade a plan? Maybe I'm paying for 4 users, but now we only have 3 staff members. Another area you may want to look at is your wages. If you're paying out wages, having a look at, have we got the right structure in place? It's not necessarily about cutting people. That's not what it's about. But it's about looking do we have people at the right times? Is there a way we could have a more efficient roster that maybe keeps our staff happier and maybe cuts down on costs? That's something you want to really analyze, because it can have a long-term effect over the whole year. So by doing these things early, doing it in January, or maybe you want to do it at the start of financial year in July, you're wanting to have those increases in profit by reducing expenses. And you want to do that over a 12-month period, and then you'll see the real long-term impacts of this. And my fourth tip is being more efficient. And by being more efficient, you'll be more profitable. So what I would suggest as a business owner is maybe each month go, okay, what's one area of my business that either frustrates you every time you do it, or you know that there's inefficiencies, and make that the key focus for the month. Just go, okay, in this month, I want to allocate some time where I go, how can I, increase efficiencies by 20% in that area? So maybe you're a retailer and you know that ordering a stock is taking you a long time because it's, you've got to work out what's what. What can we do to make that process simpler so that next time we go to order stock, we're 20% more efficient? Because that 20% you can now spend on something else. Maybe it's then focusing on another area to increase by 20%. And all of a sudden you go, oh, hang on, I've saved 3 or 4 hours a week. And either those 3 or 4 hours a week may reduce wages, or maybe it's increasing the time that you can focus on selling and bringing more clients in. Or maybe that time is just some extra time that you can spend with your family, and maybe that's the profit that you're getting, is more time. It's maybe not about money, it might be about time as well. So by increasing efficiencies, it can be a bit of a snowball effect because it just allows you more time to focus on other things, which could be increasing further efficiencies in other areas. It's something I really like to do with my business, is anytime a process just doesn't quite feel right, whether it's doing a tax return or whether it's recording a YouTube video, I want to go, how can I make that a little bit better so I can be quicker at it, or I can provide a better quality of content, and in the long run, this will increase profitability. I hope you've got value out of those 4 tips. If you're wanting more business tips, make sure you check out the rest of the content on my YouTube channel. And I've got this goal of hitting 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube in 2023, and I can't do it without your help. So either share the videos around, hit the subscribe button, just leave comments down below. All of that really helps me. I appreciate your support, and I'll talk to you again on the next video.